want to go to bed early tonight. So we are just case mouth expanding and cleaning out primer pockets. That's all we're doing. Trying to work on my posture as I sit here so I won't hurt my neck and shoulders as bad. So I don't know you're here if you don't say anything, so make sure you say something and say hi. So there's that. When you case mouth expand, you want to make sure you check your bullet that it fits in your casing just barely where it'll hold in like that. Not too wide, not too narrow. Too wide will force it to crimp weird. Anyway, late at night for where I'm at, early in the morning for East Coast. Don't expect too many people to be on here. If I see some of you East Coast people that I saw a few minutes ago, a few hours ago, yeah, that's going to be weird. Explain to your boss in the morning, why am I awake? Why am I sleepy? So we're just doing a little 10mm, cleaning up some primer pockets. This is all a mixture of brass. Some of it I know is twice fired. So I'm going to do that. What's up, Justin D. Fiblander? Yeah, I'm up late tonight. I'm up late tonight. So there's that. Kids should be in bed at least this time. Last time you were hearing them banging the piano above me. So there's that. Just woke up myself. Cool, you going on your way to work? East Coast? I ain't gone to bed yet, so it's 12:20 here, or it's 12:20 when I started the chat, so. What's up, Big Boy Studios? Good to see you. How you doing? Been a while. Doing all right. Illinois. So behind enemy lines in Illinois, huh? I'm doing okay. So I'm just sitting here processing some 10mm brass. Like we don't have a care in the world. It's just more fun while I do this to talk to some people. You look like a Trumper in a good way. I am one of those people that doesn't like Trump, but he's better than the alternative. Yeah, don't remind me, brother. Fighting Terry, 1983. Hi, how you doing? Yuva. How you doing, Yuva? Hope you're doing well. Let me put it this way. My political opinions are what they are. I say R15 in my account. Thank you. Yeah, it's a 20-inch thing. What's up, David Falk? 30-06 or 338 Lapua Magnum hunting up there. Most of your hunting, 30-06. I did not. I've been a school teacher for, oh gosh, 11 years here and 6 years before that. 18 years. Where are you from, Brew? Did you look at the channel name, Yuva? Go look at the channel name and you'll figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, maybe you should go back to school. Hate it when people ask obvious questions. I'm just not patient with people when they ask obvious questions. So this is a guns and firearm channel. I am a libertarian, so it kind of is what it is. So no big boy. I did not serve. I just said that. So Tyson Friend, 50 Beowulf, cool. Yeah, David Falk, for most things I would go 30-06 up here. I love guns. Good. No, I don't moderate kids that I don't know already here. Why are you up at Fishing Kid 103? Why are you up at 4 in the morning if you're on the East Coast? I'm also a libertarian. Yep. I would consider myself a pro-life libertarian. Because you can't talk about choice when you take away millions of choices from another person that we scientifically know. So, Ron Paul for president. Brett, you're a good man. I'd like to see Rand Paul win for president and then pick his dad as his running mate. That would be awesome. I'm from India, bro. Oh, yeah. Cool. I would ask what part of India, but I really don't know a lot about India geography anymore. I used to. You guys eat bear? Yes. Yes, we do. Brown bear is only really good in the spring when they're young. Then black bear is good in the spring and in the fall once they've quit eating salmon. A lot of us are libertarian here. Yep. The libertarians wanted to compete. They'd run a pro-life libertarian. That's their biggest thing. What do you hunt with that rifle? The top rifle there actually killed that moose. That is the 6.5 by 284. It killed the same moose antlers that it is on top of. The AR-15 there, I hunt wolves and coyotes with it. And it's self-defense, home defense rifle as well. Neighborhood patrol, that kind of thing when crap hits the fan, but which it will with the Democrats printing money and the Republicans printing money. Animal killer? Absolutely, I eat them. Absolutely. If you eat animals, then you're just as guilty. And if you don't eat animals, your protein is lacking. So, and you're not getting essential nutrients that you need. So, sorry, Uni-Soviet, I do not understand your alphabet, much less your language. So, may God bless you, and please get your troops out of your neighboring country. My grandma hunts deer, elks, and ducks, stuff like that. Cool, good for them. Sounds like I got a lot of young kids in here tonight. I promise I said not for kids. Shame on you, animal killer. Do you eat chickens? Veen Hodge? Do you eat? Yeah. And foxes and squirrels. There you go. No, well. I'm sorry, Veen, that you don't get any healthy proteins in your diet. I haven't had frog legs in a very long time. Yes, Denise, my wife, would say so too. Chicken cordon bleu. Yep. Use a vintage, something like that. Cool. Happy Trump 2025. Yeah, we'll see. You eat tiger? I would. I would if you killed it and ate it for me. And a tiger will kill you, as you know. As will this brown bear. I love chicken. Yep, chicken's the best. Need to start raising my own. Do you eat cat? No, but I would try it. But it's got to be really soaked really good. I'm allergic to cat dander. Like, yeah, David Falk, I'm with you. If it's well seasoned, if it's wheel seasoned, yeah. I live up in the woods up in the south. Kathy, what part? I was born and raised in Georgia. Which flags are those? That's a ungovernable flag from Shall Not Comply Tri-Star Trading, and this is the Alaskan state flag. See turkeys around my house sometimes. You can my house too, but that's what I call the neighborhood HOA lady, a turkey. So you can see bears around my house sometimes. Although I've never seen them. I'm going on safari just to grill some giraffe necks. Cool, David. Cool. So is the neck on a giraffe actually good meat? Because the neck of most animals is not good meat. That's that. You're born in Georgia, if I heard correctly. That's correct. All right, good old buddies. He went back on a trip to Myrtle Beach. He brought me back some shark meat. Cool. I actually have some whale meat in my freezer that someone gave me, that a native person gave him, because you have to have a native person get whales. Open carry high capacity magazine. Good morning. It's morning here in Michigan. Yes, sir, it is. How you doing? So, do you have a channel, or do you just have a really cool channel name and a logo? So, I always love doing chats this time of night because you don't see people that you normally see in the chats. So, I like boiled chicken. There you go. You look like Johnny Sins. I don't know who that is, but I'll take your word for it. He must be a good-looking guy. Reloading and chit-chatting, isn't that considered a no-no safety issue? Not during this phase of it, no. And I am paying more attention to what I'm doing than that. Out here in Texas, gotta love the weather from Texas. There you go. All right, Peter Griffin. You're reported. You know what? So are you. Report. Oh, yeah, let's see. Promotes terrorism is a good one. All right, the weather where I'm at, bro, is cold. I'm up south. Kathy, don't tell me you're in the south and you know what cold is. It's -2 out tonight, and that's a warm night. I've been in -27. My car starter barely running. Peter Griffin, I don't know who that is. There's snow everywhere. We don't actually have that much snow. Speaking of not seeing usual people, how long have you been steaming, man? Streaming? Oh, I've been streaming about 5 years now. I have no idea what that means. Moose antlers for a gun rack. Yeah, there you go. No, we have a wood burning stove. We're in the process of getting it hooked up. So, yeah, Peter Griffin, I think you're gonna go. I'm just gonna hide you. Are you living in a forest? I have 13 houses in my neighborhood, or 12 houses in my neighborhood, and we live near a forest and river, yes. But it's one neighborhood near a forest and river, so. Still not bad. Okay. How's that, Van? Is that better? What animals I see out here? I often have a couple times a winter we'll get moose here. They usually stay higher on the mountain during the summer. I have seen brown bear hiking up the mountain from me. I have seen coyotes that were as big as wolves, but they were coyotes. No, I'll keep the powder dry. I'll keep eye out for you, man. Thank you, man. And then I've seen porcupines. I've seen Dall sheep. I've seen black bear, brown bear. Yeah. Cringe, Lord the Third. No one pays attention when I say it. Oh, well, may the Lord Jesus bless you and bring you out to repentance. And since you're just trolling, I will put you in timeout. So, I think we're going to do the same thing for you, Yuva. I'm getting rid of some trolls here. Alaska, last frontier, real frontier left. Yeah, pretty much. There are some more wild and woolly places than Alaska, like northern Siberia, western Tibet. Less people there than here. Antarctica. Obviously, way less people there. So, yeah. Nope, but it's time to shave, my guy. Weird. I just shaved and trimmed it. Amazing how libertarian the founders were and how far reps have parted from its philosophy. Pretty much. Can I rent ATVs in Alaska? Yeah, there are places where I think you can rent them, especially if you're military. There's a ton of places to rent them there if you're military. Hey, what's up, Justin Perriman? Are you waking up? Usually you're going to sleep when I have these chats. I'm just staying up late tonight, trying to get a little bit work done on these reloads. Alaska is right next to Russia. You know, people say that all the time. Russia's still 700 miles from my house. Okay, so part of it, yeah, obviously is. Part of it's not. But a lot of people say that. Yeah. Cool, Justin. How you doing? Getting ready for work? What you got planned today? Yeah. Amarillo is right next to Mexico. So, David, do you guide in Africa, David Falk? Because that would be pretty cool. You're talking about roasting giraffe necks. Or tracks outdoors. I am working on, I'm going to go play some video games in a bit. Sweet. Oh, I was telling the guys calling out meat eaters. Oh, man, you had me excited there. I'll be like, yeah, I'll come hunt with you and put it on YouTube and advertise for you. You had me excited, dude. All right, 4-track. We're working on some 10mm casings right now. We're case mouth expanding so it can accept the bullet and cleaning out the primer pockets so that they aren't filled with gunk. Not a necessary thing, but it helps. It helps them get really clean. It helps the new primer seat in correctly. I have loaded a lot without cleaning out primer pockets. I am building a TW338 Lapua right now. Cool. Why are you online watching me? You probably know more about guns than I do. What's the fur behind you? This is brown bear. And, of course, I got moose up there. Brown bear. Safari ain't cooking bushmeat up. Yeah, because you don't have long. Africa's hot. You don't have long before that meat goes bad. Don't the people from the local village just come and get it all? Not gonna lie, from the South in Texas and never fired in my life. Nothing wrong with that. That's your choice, man. It's America. You don't have to shoot a gun if you don't want to. It's America. I would say you should try it. It's fun. Get a little 22 and watch Coke cans explode. Shake them up real good and watch them explode out like this. Nothing more fun than that, but yeah. I might be good at gunsmithing, but I'll never have a moose with antlers, a gun rack as cool as you do. Well, you may not be as cool as me doing it, but you never say never. So, stay warm, Alaska. You too, David Falk. Stay warm. Favorite bands. Yeah. Thank you for coming in and thank you for being here and changing the subject. That's fine. Favorite bands would obviously be, my favorite band is 1,000 Foot Crutch. Second favorite would be Seventh Day Slumber. Third favorite would probably be Nirvana, Pearl Jam, some one of those. I like the Spin Doctors. Favorite thing to hunt? Caribou. I haven't been successful the last 4 years. I haven't gotten a caribou since 2020. So 2025 is going to be my year. First hunt. Like my first hunt? Squirrel hunting with my dad when I was like 5. I didn't carry a gun or anything. And the first thing I hunted with was squirrels. Was for squirrels with a 20 gauge shotgun and my dad's Franchi 22. Favorite Nirvana song? All apologies. Favorite Pearl Jam song? I can sing it in my head. I see them out on the porch, but they don't wave. What is that called? Yellow Ledbetter. Song where they were on some really good drugs and wrote some songs that didn't like them. I personally love hunting elk in Montana. Well, dude, I would love to come do that with you sometime. You come hunt moose with me, and then next year I come elk with you. If I can get the right draw tags and stuff, I will do that. Good song, yeah. What else can I be? No apologies. Just the area out the address. South Central, Wasilla, Palmer, Anchorage. I work in Anchorage and travel to Anchorage every day from that northern sector. So I got this moose over towards Toke 2 seasons ago. Not this past year, but the following season, 23. So I was moose hunting that weekend for 20 minutes. Gotta head out. It's almost 4 on the dime, and the rooster's about to wake up. Peace, brother. Keep the chill vibes rolling. All right, man. Thanks for joining our chat. Big Slinkin. Drive is very dangerous on the gun. Oh, yeah, it is. You know what it's like, Big Slinkin. It's not that bad, though. Yeah, I've never seen Yellowstone. I don't really want to watch it. It's one of those things. I'm just not into popular TV shows. Oh, okay, understood. Yeah. What's up, Joe's Mafai? Have a good day. If you're saying bye. Or hey. Yeah, my only problem right now is I have bad neuropathy in my back and legs, so I don't know if traveling uphill for elk is my thing. I'd rather snowshoe on the grounds when it's a late elk season somewhere in October, November, freezing my butt off. That's what I'd rather do. I don't know if y'all got anything out like that. Cow elk would be just fine too. That's why you shop at Three Bears and Chugiak, because you're traveling Glen. Yeah, you've seen me there before. Hater, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Do you know about 9mm NATO Winchester and MV2? Okay, man, have a good night. Gotta go. No, I'd have to look at that. Look up the designation there. I don't know a lot about it. I'm assuming it's the 124 grain NATO round. Could be wrong. Just got a new tracheum tripod I want to test out. That is exactly what this camera is on right now. And it's right next to my bench. So I have it screwed into my vise on my wrench, on my bench. See if I can tilt it down to where you get that. No, I can't, but not without showing my feet and my white legs. So there's that. I'm sorry for that, Jerry. Or Hammer Wiki. 10mm versus Bearhead. Would it get the job done? Absolutely, yes. It's been proven several times. Yeah, it'll absolutely get it in there if you pick the right bullet. 9mm will go through that. Go through both sides if you get the right bullet. All right. If you decide to get a hollow point, it's 9mm. Not even going to go through one side hardly. Trust me, I've done it on a live grizzly bear or bear that was in the middle of dying anyway. Now I got his rug behind me. Bro, I just saw this guy live on YouTube and he was beating his girlfriend, hitting her in the street, and no one stepped in to help. Or anything in this world is sad. Yeah, I would have shot him. You ever dropped something with a 4570? As a matter of fact, I have. When I lived in Georgia, I had a break open 4570 lever or break action New England or Harrington or Richardson actually. And I dropped a white-tailed deer with that and 305 grain made for anything rifle Remington rounds that were getting like 1,200 foot-pounds. I dropped the biggest buck of my life, white-tailed buck of my life with a 4570, and then I come up here. How's that? So, because let's see, I saw that to Ezekiel. You're welcome, Warhammer Wiki. Do you recommend a DD5 V4 308 as an all-around rifle for Alaska? It's not a bad one. Does it have a 16-inch barrel or 18-inch barrel? Because you really want an 18-inch barrel so you can get 150 and 130 grain Barnes bullets to go really fast. So I just bought my son a Henry AR-7. It's his first regular rifle. Cool. My son has a CZ457 Scout. He's not old enough to reach it yet, so he's been shooting my Tipman with the stock all the way collapsed. So Ezekiel and Michael Kahn, since y'all are talking about that, I think I'm going to get him an M&P 22 for his birthday. No, get you a Tippmann. The Tippmann is so much better than an M&P 22. You got closed magazines, but you can undo the outer shell and load them like you can the MB 522 magazine. Any AR-15 trigger will fit in the Tippmann. The Tippmann's more accurate, more reliable. You can do like things like change out the flash hider on the Tippmann. You can't do that on the Smith & Wesson because that barrel is in plastic. You can actually twist the barrel. Ask me how I know. No, you want to get a Tippmann, not a Smith & Wesson M&P 22. So get the Tippmann M422. What's your go-to EDC handgun? Glock 29 or Glock 19. It's about even. SIG 1911 is a good one, Adrian. Didn't know that thing, so we'll take that into consideration. Yeah, you can put any AR-15 trigger in it. It actually has aluminum receivers instead of the plastic crap. So the Tippmann is the way to go. So don't get me wrong, Ruger 1022 is great, but yeah. What about Tika T3X 300 Wisdom for Alaska? Yeah, I actually have a video coming out on 300 Wisdom tomorrow. So yeah, but yeah, you can do it. My wife bought me a 2011 for Christmas. Can your wife talk to my wife, please? Can you oil up the barrel while cleaning your massive hand cap? Batty Baxter, I don't know what you mean by that. Yes, boat. A 2011 is a souped up model 1911 that's in 9mm and has a double stack magazine usually, and usually a accessories rail. So Ezekiel, you don't need to be in my chat. You need to go report that guy. So, yep. There are some 2011s that can be 45s or 10s, but generally kind of is what it is. Mine is a 45. Yep, the Lord's second favorite caliber. Expensive, yeah. They are generally expensive. If you want a good 2011, not too much money, you need to look at the lid-free armory. Oh, 10mm 4-track activers. The Lord and his angels don't want no wussy 45 ACP. If it's old and slow, it's got to go. That would suck because I'm kind of old and slow. Never mind. I'm giving you a hard time. 45, there's nothing wrong. I have a couple 45s. I actually have a 45. My Glock 21 is converted to 45 Super. Yeah, that's weird, Ezekiel. So Ezekiel, since you're still here, the very first time I ever drew my gun and was getting out of my car to actually go point it at somebody was when I saw a man beating his wife. This was in the Wendy's parking lot across from the Atlanta Motor Speedway in Georgia, circa 2003 or 4. I want to say maybe 2002. Yeah. I was in my car. My buddy and I had just been target shooting. He had left something in my car, so I was going to meet him at the Wendy's parking lot. Met him, gave him his stuff back. Went through the drive-through, and they were given the M&Ms to go on top of the Frosty at that point. And I look like I've had several Frosties since, but so they were doing that, and they wouldn't put it in the Frosty for you. So I had to pull out in front, and that's when I saw somebody beating their wife. And as soon as I opened the door with my 1911 in one hand and my SIG 239 in the other, another man had restrained him. So hope that's okay. Favorite caliber of rifle? Well, it depends on the application. I love that 6.5 by 284 up there because it's so freaking accurate. So I would say 6.5 by 284 Norma, but something more practical, 7mm rim mag, which I need to put up there. That kind of thing. So I like my 6.5 284 Norma, which is a weird answer because that's an old cheap caliber. 6.5 PRC is way better these days. The 6.5 PRC has about 100 feet per second on the Norma. The Norma has about 100, 120 feet per second on the Creedmoor. So anyway. So yeah. Hater, 308 or 270 win for Alaska being effective and affordable and availability in Alaska. I would go 308 any day of the week. I personally just hate the 270 Winchester, but either or is okay for Alaska. You're basically limiting yourself to moose to 300 yards with either one of them for the energy that it takes to bring down a big animal, because you want to have more than 1,1700 foot-pounds of energy. And both bullets slow down pretty quickly, especially if you start with the larger bullets in each caliber. So there is that. You also want to have a good flat shooting cartridge, which means going 125 or 130 grain in 308. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with 130 grain Barnes. And they do make that in a factory load, but it is kind of hard to find here. But it's a good load for the 308. And I think we had it going 32-16 in hand loads out of my buddy's M1A Springfield. So half of that into that barrel is flash hider, So it's considered a 22-inch barrel, but it's really a 20-inch barrel with 2 inches of flash hider out there, maybe even more. Those same loads are going 3150 in my 18-inch barrel. So yeah, I would say get a 300 Win Mag or 30-06. Get you a good muzzle brake on it instead. But if that's all you already have is a 270 and 308, you're not undergunned in any way, shape, or form, unless a big brown bear is on you. Now, that being said, I carried a 308 with a brown bear and three cubs 165 yards away from me. I just stood up and yelled at her, and she went away. So that's what she did. She didn't know I was there. And it was right at dusk and last hunting light this year. So there's that. Salted cucumber. Thank you for paying attention. 30-06 Mark LeBlanc. That is good. I didn't have a pistol in each hand. I put one in my pocket. I had the 45 out because the guy was big, but I had the 9mm in my pocket. Yeah. And Ezekiel, he probably lives in a country or a state where you can't own guns or you don't have self-defense or defense of others court doctrine. And so if I did pull out in his situation and pulled out a gun for beating his girlfriend, I could get charged. That is what it is. So what do you think of Kel-Tec? They have some really cool and good weapons, and they have some others that are just, why are you still making that? So there's that. I wanted to get that Kel-Tec PT15 aluminum for a while and pound the crap out of it. A lot of bad reviews though. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like any of Kel-Tec's handguns, no, except for the CP30 with high velocity ammo. That seems to work pretty well. But like the Sub 2000 Gen 3, awesome. So, yeah, bad reviews for a reason. There you go. It's a slow process when you're doing a single stage press. Picked up the Echelon the other day. Looking forward to it. Cool. Favorite brand to buy gear and clothing from? I don't really know. I've got so much cheap gear and good gear. I don't like Sika because I think they came out with some anti-gun stuff. I have to double check on that. So Big Slinkin, I don't know. I've never actually met Chris there. So, or maybe I haven't. I don't know. 300 Win Mag or 338 Win Mag. What's up, ED? You're not late. Big Slinky, I don't think he has any HKs there on super sale. I would tell you 300 Win Mag, just because there's a lot more ammo available for it on the shelf. 338 Win Mag is just now getting back on the shelf. I own both. I have both. I have Barnes ammo for both. Barnes TTSX or LRX is where you want to be. So whichever, I'm going to be honest with you. Go look at my video. I would go 300 Win Mag, but, really doesn't matter. If you go like a 210 or a 185 grain in the 338, which you can. In fact, I have a video on 160s in a 338. Because they make that for the 338 Federal. If you do those 160s, I think you can do that too. Looks like velvet on that rack. Yep. He shouldn't have had, but he did. It was September 8th. He should have been shedding it. He has, there's a spot or two where it's shedding on the top, you can tell. So. Like how leather jackets and backpacks, yeah. Weird, yeah. We saw one September 2nd shedding. It's like just brushing it through there and getting all that junk off this year. Just wasn't big enough to shoot. Yeah, definitely is weird. I have not killed an animal in the fall without velvet on it. All the caribou all have velvet on their antlers. The bull caribou had velvet on his antlers, and the this bull moose had velvet on their antlers. The only thing I've killed without velvet on the antlers was a cow caribou in November. So just so you know. starting to make a dent in this box. Might be close to a quarter of the way through all these 10mm shells. Majid, I don't just follow people. You got to have good content. Same for me. Like, don't follow me if you don't like that. Can you hunt caribou near you? Never been to Alaska. No, I go up way up north. I drive 2 days from my house to hunt caribou. There's another place I've killed some, but you'd never get a permit there right now because the herd's down. Even if they did the out-of-state permit, you probably still wouldn't be able to draw for it. So, no, I go 2 days from my house. There is one other place I might go this year instead. So now that I got a 4-wheeler to access. Like to Canada? No, I drive to the Arctic Ocean, buddy. Canada is only 7 hours from my house. No, I drive from my house to the Arctic Ocean, just about the Arctic Ocean, Prudhoe Bay, Dead Horse, that area. So if you're gonna hunt caribou, that's where you can hunt. You can get a tag for one bull, and just bow hunt along the highway there. It's probably the best way to do it. You also have to certify for bull hunting, which for bow hunting, because they don't want you coming up here and wounding a grizzly bear. Thanks, Salted Cucumber. Appreciate that. So, Ashke, how are you? Akshay. How are you doing? Thank you, Salted Cucumber, again. Sound of brass and gun talk. Yeah, I need to get on here and do this more often. It's just kids, man. I got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. I don't upload videos as often as I'd like. At least when I'm done with these, they're going to be ready to put a primer in. And then I can start loading shells. Yeah, so 4 Tracks Outdoors, if you want to search on, do you have Onyx? Do you have Onyx? 4 Tracks Outdoors? So if you've got Onyx, I'll tell you where to look. You don't even have to go with me, but like, you don't need it's an over that. You know anything about polymerides? No, I don't. So, 4 Tracks Outdoors. Look where the Sag River meets the Evashak River. Look, okay, cool. Look for Pump Station 2 about 40 miles south. That's where we'll walk in at if you come up here. There's a lot of hunters in there, though. There's another place where we can go, and there's no other hunters, but it's a biatch to get your animal out. Can't imagine being that far north. Yeah, it's like 88 degrees in the middle of the day. It's hot, dude. Because it's summertime and the middle of the day is like 4 in the afternoon. So, must be talking about chicken. Oh, you mean me going up to Chicken? Chicken's a nice place. Farthest north I've been is Alberta, Canada. Well, come up here, brother. It's funny. 2 years ago, it was like 88 degrees when Bullets for Bucks came up here. And had to get the boo out there. Yeah, the Chicken's not a bad spot. But yeah, farthest north I've been is Alberta, Canada. Yeah, so yeah. When Bullets for Bucks came out here, the funny thing was it was like 70, 80 degrees. August, hot sun. Sun would rise at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and be back down. No. 88 degrees as in positive, dude. The sun's out all summer. Okay? And then very next weekend, it snowed in the pass. It snowed in the pass. Yeah, it was crazy hot. it had snowed a lot that previous winter, so there were still like ice banks along the river, places where they didn't get enough sun because of the way the geography was, and so we just set the meat on those ice banks. So yeah. So no, the north part of Alaska. Oh, and there's more mosquitoes than you've ever seen in your life. So wear big old mosquito netting. And yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy hot. Yeah, Big Slinkin', I'm thinking that might be the place to go next year. What do you use for caribou? Rifle wise, I've been most successful with my 7mm Remington Magnum. I've killed 2 caribou with it. My wife's killed 1 with it, and then I've killed 1 with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Needmore, Creedmoor, whatever you want to call it. It works. Barnes 127 grain LRX is the bomb diggity. I don't care what anybody says. That bullet right there will kill anything. That bullet right there also killed my moose. It was just in that 6.5 by 284, which I should have used a couple of years ago, but that's a long story that I've told on the channel many times, so it is what it is. But yeah, I like 145 grain LRX out of my 7 mag. It is my all-around hunting load. If I had a hunting load, that's my all-around hunting load. It's my 145 grain LRX out of my 7 mag. Does it taste just like regular deer? No, it doesn't. It has its own taste. The burger is much more tender, and so are the steaks. Caribou's a better steak. Moose is a better burger. They're both better than deer, just like elk is better than deer. Are they up to the equality of elk? I don't really know because I've only had elk bacon, elk that was sliced into thick bacon strips. And that was the most amazing bacon I've ever had in my life. So is it up to elk standards? Probably not, but it's good. It's better than white-tailed deer in the South from Georgia, where I'm from originally. So. Yeah, we always cook what we kill too. Yeah. I just hadn't killed anything this year. Need to get out and get some grouse or whatever. I have a dehydrator for jerky strips. Cool. We might have one too. My wife might have one. Man, I could go for some venison jerky. My godfather makes a Trinidad scorpion version jerky. Best thing I ever had. Yeah, that sounds good, dude. That sounds good. I used to make venison jerky, hickory smoked. It's good. I have white-tailed jerky. I had elk jerky. The elk jerky they sell in the Bass Pro Shop is actually pretty decent. Yeah, man. I probably got about 150 of these shells left. I'd like to get a moose in my yard near my door to the house right now. Meat is expensive at 3 pairs. So Big Slinkin', Are you just the guy that saw me buy that rifle at Three Bears that night, or are you just one of the people that saw me at Three Bears? Alaska's the Anchorage area is the biggest small town, so. Meat's expensive at Three Bears, but it's cheaper than anywhere else. Steaks are always cheaper at Three Bears. I have not been into Anchorage since 2016. I don't blame you there. How do you live in the Chugiak area and never go to Anchorage, though? What do you do for fishing? How do you not go through Anchorage to go fishing? I hate that ghetto. You mean you don't like Los Anchorage? Did you like shooting the CMG 10mm? Yeah, it's right over there too. I like shooting it. I wish it ran a little better suppressed, but I like shooting it in general. Now that it's clean, I might go plinking with it, but I don't think I'm gonna use the suppressor normally on it. Saw the video. I've also heard a lot about it. Yeah. It only likes the mags that it comes with, the SGM mags, and seems to jam more with the Glock bags and not hold open on the last shot. And then it doesn't like the back pressure of the suppressor. So I don't know which video you saw. I made dozens on it, but I lived on Tudor before, behind the rescue mission, New Campbell Park. Oh, okay. I worked at in-store 24 years ago. Oh, okay. So you live in Chugiak now? Ruger versus Smith & Wesson Bear Defense revolvers. Well, I've carried both. Had a Ruger 44 mag in the past, and I didn't like it because it was the 2.5-inch Kodiak backpacker. But general Ruger would be better because Ruger can handle hotter loads. But I like my 255 grain Buffalo Bore Keith gas check loads that are good for Smith & Wesson, and they are they do really well. And it's just my 5-inch Smith & Wesson is perfect for toting and stabilizing the bullet. James Oliver, how are you doing? How are you doing, James? Over, not Oliver, over. When are you going to switch from 10mm to 357 SIG? When are you going to send me a barrel for 357 SIG for my Glock 21 or Glock 20? Do you have a favorite truck gun? No, I usually don't leave guns in the truck because of what we were talking about, Los Anchorage there. If I could leave a gun in the truck, usually it's the CMG Banshee because I'm also carrying a Glock 29 or a Glock 20 on me. So rare, even the Glock Model 40. So I'm using same magazine, same things there. So yeah, that'd be my favorite truck gun. Other than that, I want to keep my Mark II Savage 22 with the suppressor on it in case I see coyotes or wolves again. So I got a few whole guns you can pick from. Man, I ain't got the money for a whole gun right now. I'll tell you that much. I've done put the money down or paid for the upper that Big Kahuna 50 BMG upper. Meadow Lake's up on the mountain near the grotto place of prayer with the horses. I don't know where that is, the grotto place of prayer with the horses. I do not know of what you speak. Meadow Lakes up on the mountain. Well, we shall see. No, I said I just ordered it. And you can't show guns on live. But you can show ammo. Nice box of 50 BMG. There you go. So for reference, I'm working on a 10mm case. If y'all want reference. Yeah. Little bitty tiny. This is actually magnetic. The bullet is, so I'm assuming it's a bimetal jacket. M33 ball, 660 grains, going 2940, puts it at over 12,000 foot-pounds of energy. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. Yeah, they didn't have the Lake City while I was there, but yeah. Did you buy it all, Big Slinkin? Was that you? Is that why they call you Big Slinkin? Because you're slinging big stuff? An old M2 Browning 50 caliber round from when I was in the Marines. Interesting, because I mean that's the same platform, just or same cartridge, different platform. Oh, okay. Well, you're right, Big Slinkin. My bad. It's late. Probably need to get off here and go to bed. What do y'all think? That's probably what I need to do. I'm not going to finish this tonight, but I am going to say good hunting with you. 4 Tracks Outdoors. If you're serious about hunting, email me. Probably not this season 2025, but the next. We'll see. Where's Chook? Probably asleep or working. Either works nights or he's asleep, man. So I'm the insomniac one because I'm a teacher. So that is what it is. The good stuff, non-AP. That's good stuff, non-AP. Yeah, I believe it. All right. What time is it for you? It is 1:34, brother. Y'all have a good night. Godspeed. Good hunting. AlaskanBallistics@gmail.com. Check out me on Twitter, X, where I put all my affiliate links. Is at AK Ballistics. Don't forget, we're doing a drawing for the Hyperion Munitions precise trigger control, as well as for my new Alaskan Ballistics magazines. So make sure you go look at those videos. I'll see you later, guys, gals. Adam Shaw, good to see you again. Godspeed. Good hunting to all y'all. How do I enter? This one you can go on AK Ballistics on Twitter X at AK capital AKB Ballistics, AK Ballistics. And this is in the pinned comment, so you can go comment on that and you can enter to win this. The magazine, all the entries are already done for the magazines. I'm sorry. All right, guys. Godspeed, good hunting, and God bless all of y'all. God bless our nation, and pray for everybody. Take care.